welcome to the first Animal Nonsense of 2026.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm Jess.
I'm David. I wasn't really sure what I was expecting with New Year and animals. And before you had your 12 Animals of Christmas idea.
Yeah.
And one thing I've learned is when I'm researching stuff, you've got to find what's really there and not try to tailor the reality of the animal kingdom to what I'm hoping to find. I really wanted to find just one animal that celebrated New Year. There's like a mollusk who hires a band or has a party.
But it's a social construct. Like what?
No, I know. And I really looked so hard. And I was like, there's got to be one of all the animals that is one who they put out pineapple and cheese on sticks.
You know what it is? It's a wild goose chase.
And I couldn't find it, and I was really disappointed. I was like, there's somewhere there's going to be like a bat who puts crisps in a bowl or... If you heard our last episode, we were doing the 12 Animals of Christmas.
Yes.
And now we're going to do the second half because we got up to 6.
Yes, this is our two-parter. Right. So the 7 swans are swimming. God, that's really hard to say.
It would be for me. I've got a list.
7 swans are swimming. And now, despite being known as very elegant, swan mating is described by BBC Earth as extremely clumsy and laborious. The male grabs the female's neck feathers and scrambles on top of her, causing her to sink and struggle to resurface. I don't know why they didn't think to just do it on land. In the UK, all unmarked mute swans are the property of the monarch. The monarch owns all swans, and there are serious penalties for killing a swan, anything from prison sentences to unlimited fines.
I mean, to be fair, don't kill a swan.
To be fair, yeah. I don't know why it's just swans and not anything else, but there we go. The term swan song comes from a Greek myth that swans, which are normally silent or quite unmusical, because they're known for kind of like honking and not being particularly elegant in their noises. But swan song comes from this Greek myth that they, just before death, they will produce this beautiful, mournful song. And the term's become a metaphor for this final great epic performance before an end. It was adapted as a Latin term, Carmen Signi, and then it's been used a lot in Western literature, including by Shakespeare. And that's just incorporated into our daily languages.
8 maids are milking. Animal-related facts about milk.
Okay. The first cheese made in, way back when, for caveman times, they would put milk in the stomach of an animal. A lot of cheese is made from rennet, which is an enzyme that's made by calves to be able to digest milk. So it used to literally just be put in the stomach of a dead animal, allowed to ferment, and then...
Farmers... This sounds so ridiculous, and I promise that there is a lot of research to prove that this is true, and I haven't made this up. Farmers who call their cows by a name produce higher milk yields than those who don't. A cow who is named produces 258 more litres of milk over a 10-month period than an unnamed cow.
That's a big difference.
Or they're being treated more respectfully and they relax. All right, the last one is really flimsy.
Okay.
According to a 2013 study, countries that drink more milk receive more Nobel Prizes.
Really?
Sweden is at the top of the list of prize recipients, with 31,855 prizes being awarded per 10 million Swedes. On average, a Swede consumes 772 litres of milk annually, which is higher than the average. I'm going to call this out.
Yeah.
Because while that might be true, the Nobel Prize was also initiated by Sweden. And so while I'm not disputing that there are many talented Swedes and they deserve their awards, obviously, but it might be they're looking at people closer to home first, rather than dairy consumption having anything to do with it.
Because some countries just don't, I'm thinking mainly sort of Asian countries, just don't consume a lot of dairy, do they?
But there has been an official study in a publication on dairy use and Nobel Prize winners. But
Does it blow your mind what studies get funded and what don't? I'm thinking like medical things like endometriosis, which I used to suffer from. There's barely any research. It hasn't changed much since my mum's day. And yet we're funding the correlation between drinking milk and winning Nobel Prizes. It's all I'm saying is it's just surprising.
It is surprising. I mean, I get it in the sense that, if you're a Nobel Prize winner, you probably are a bit of a genius. And anything that might help you en route probably benefits all of the human race. But why pick on the dairy? Isn't schooling or other factors more likely to sociological things?
That's a coincidence rather than a cause, I would say.
Well, that would be, but they're not according to, Doctor, I've got more money than sense, who was researching this.
I have 9 ladies dancing. I stumbled across Hexabranchus sanguineus, aka the Spanish dancer, which literally means blood-coloured six-gills. It's a type of colourful sea slug or nudibranch.
When you mention slug, I don't immediately think of dancing.
No, a slime-oozing creature with a boneless body. These particular nudibranches can grow up to 25 centimetres long, but some as long as 40 centimetres have been reported. And if this animal is disturbed, it unfolds its edges and can swim through a series of contractions and undulations of the body to move away from the threat. Now, this is where the name the Spanish dancer comes from, because those contractions and undulations, if you can picture it, is reminiscent of a flamenco dancer's skirt. So they do need to mate with another nudibranch. Once the eggs are laid, they provide no care whatsoever. On with their day.
So it's literally like putting down luggage.
Yeah, they ingest toxins from their food, from the sponges, but they've evolved to not be affected by these toxins, but they can actually retain the toxin within them and use it on their eggs to provide a degree of defence.
10 lords are leaping.
Okay.
What reasons might an animal have to leap?
To evade a predator. As a display of its prowess, maybe?
One of them is to attack.
Oh, yeah.
There are 5,000 species of spider in the world, and around 13% of them jump to attack.
There's something about the jumping spider, I think, because you can see all of their little rows of eyes, and because they're so fluffy, I make an exception. I find them quite sweet.
They create a thinner web at an astonishing rate, like in real time as they are leaping, in order to recover their composure if they miss their intended prey.
Okay, yeah.
So they've got to root back. The jumping viper, common to Central America and Mexico, can launch itself up to 2 feet towards an attacker.
Oh, that's terrifying, isn't it? Right, okay.
So they will hit that hard in their attack, the thing jumps and is airborne. And then once it's in the air, they could just have it because all of its defences are rocked.
And what sort of things are they preying on?
Might be something I've not researched. A tiger can jump up to 12 feet.
They're amazing jumpers.
Humpbacked whales can jump 30 feet or more in the air. This has really been researched a lot.
Yeah.
And no other reason has been found for their jumping other than they are doing it for fun.
For fun. Oh, isn't that so delightful? They're just enjoying life. I was once in Australia, I think I was about 18, and on a boat trip to the Great Barrier Reef, and we were kind of snorkeling and stuff out there. And then on the way back, the captain said, if you look out the starboard side now, there was this family of humpback whales following, alongside the boat, leaping out of the water. They followed us for about 10, 15 minutes.
Isn't that really exciting? And the only thing I'm disappointed about in that story is that you didn't do an impression of an Australian boat captain. The last one I've got is the Mexican jumping bean. Now, the reason I've included the Mexican jumping bean is that it's actually caused by a burrowing larval moth. And they jump when their body temperature gets hot to try to snap themselves into a cooler place.
Oh.
And so it's why when they're cooked, they're hopping all over the place.
They're cooked? Who's cooking them?
Well, if you want to eat them.
Do people eat them?
Well, yeah, it's food. Is it it's a bean?
I suppose. It's a bean, but it's did you say it's a bug?
It's food, so it's a Mexican jumping bean, but a burrowing larval moth lives in it. It makes its home in it.
Okay.
And then when it's cooked, that's why it looks like the beans are jumping. It's not. It's the moth that lives inside the bean, hopping to get to a cooler temperature.
Oh.
So when you see the Mexican jumping beans, the moth inside has got too hot.
Oh.
I know, so it is quite sad, actually.
That's very clever, though.
But no, it is quite clever, but because if you hide in like a huge vat of beans...
You've got food.
Right, you've got food. It's like James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah. 11 pipers piping. Okay, so I have returned to birds for this one, because when I think of sandpipers, I think of... Have you seen the Disney Pixar, there's a short film called Piper?
No, I haven't.
Just about a little baby sandpiper learning to conquer its fear of the waves. They go by many different names. Godwits, curlews, yellowlegs, green shanks, red shanks. They've got brown upper parts, white underparts. Go on.
But didn't you say they were called like a red sander and a yellow sander or something?
Yeah, the green shanks and red shanks. I'm not sure what the shank is.
But why like every colour except the colour they are?
They have a very distinctive 3-note call.
Right, it's like the clangers laughing.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. They undertake huge migrations. They winter in the Caribbean. I mean,
they've got it all right.
Got the right idea. In the Caribbean or South America, and then they travel to the woodlands across Alaska and Canada to breed. And then in my notes, I've written their nests are a bit just scrapes in the sand.
All right, well, our last one is the 12 drummers drumming. But to make it more animal related,
yes,
I thought I'd look at a palm cockatoo. I have never felt more related to an animal before. Their colours are black and red, very much like my oeuvre look-wise. Okay. All right, so I'm about to show you a photograph of a palm cockatoo. You and I face each other when we're recording the podcast. And so you're now going to see me, and you're now going to see me in bird form.
You're going to hold it up next to your face. Oh!
It's black and it's red.
Sweet. It's gorgeous. I wouldn't have thought it was it doesn't really look like a cockatoo to me.
Now, it's meant to be the most musical animal on Earth.
Okay.
And not particularly through chirping.
Okay.
And there are reports underway, but it looks like they used a tool. There's had musicologists and different people analyse the rhythms that it makes. I'm going to play it for you because I think there's a fine line between making music and just being a bit annoying.
Okay. I mean, I don't think that's his best work.
Happy New Year to everyone. Animal Nonsense.